Listen, guys, I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. Today is a pretty serious video. I'm sure everyone who's watching this channel right now, because I'm not the biggest MMA channel, definitely already knows about the Roger Jackson situation where he. And listen, when I say this, I do not. I am not exaggerating. I'm not being hyperbolic. I am not lying when I say this. This is the common perspective from most people, except people like Chael Sonnen we're going to see here, and that's kind of the focus of this video, where Roger Jackson attempted to murder Psycho Stu. No doubt about it. This was premeditated. You can see it throughout the stream where his chat is egging him on, calling him a bitch, and he folds to the rage bait from the chat and nearly kills the guy, and would have killed him if people didn't pull him off. If the guy in pink braids didn't pull him off of him. And I won't go over that incident too much because I know there's channels that have already spoken about it. And if you're watching this video, you've definitely already seen the footage of the attack. If not, I'll leave some other videos covering it. MMA Guru, even big channels like Moist Critical have covered it because this situation is that bad. But in short summary, what happened basically is one of Roger Jackson's friends, I believe it was AJ or something, wrestles at this pro wrestling place called Knox Pro. So he was invited backstage to go see the event. So he got to see and kind of hang out with all the wrestlers there. One of the wrestlers, Psycho Stu, misunderstood that Roger Jackson is not a wrestler himself. So he tried to do a bit with him where he approached him, so you don't know who I am? And then smashes an empty can of beer. If you go watch the clip, there's no liquid that comes out of that can. It's just vapor and air, essentially. It's an empty can, it's a prop can. A lot of people are just misinforming everyone and saying it was a full can of beer, or people are even saying bottle. If you go watch the video, it's clearly not even a bottle, clearly not a full can of beer. And honestly, it kind of looks like he kind of hit his own hand, because he places his hand over Roger's head, and he hits his own hand with the can. But from that angle, it's a bit hard to tell. It's made to look real. He thought Roger was one of the wrestlers. He wasn't. And in that moment, if Raja were to hit him and knock him out, it would be completely understandable, because in that situation, how is Roger Jackson able to perceive that he's not being assaulted with a full beer can? Like, he's unaware of what's going on. So it would have been completely within his rights to defend himself there. But no, he doesn't do anything. And they later find out it's a misunderstanding. Psycho Stu apologizes to him 3 times, and kind of as a bit of retribution, they all decide to kind of work Roger Jackson into the match. Essentially, some crowd work like IShowSpeed's done, or like other celebrities that have been to WWE matches have done, where he would take Psycho Stu down and maybe land like 2 fake punches, and then that's it. What transpired after that, though, was not what was planned. It was planned for him to get into the ring. It was not planned for him to almost kill him. Essentially, Roger Jackson spends the next 40 minutes at the event looking at his kick chat, rage baiting him, calling it 12-year-olds online, calling him a bitch for not doing anything about that misunderstanding earlier. So he clearly says on his stream, "Oh, I'm gonna hit him until they pull me off of him, man." Like, clear signs of premeditation and planning for this. So when he jumps in the ring and takes the guy, Psycho Stu, down, Psycho Stu's like smiling, thinking, okay, this is the bit we worked out. He slams him down unconscious, Rampage Jackson style, and then proceeds to land 22 shots on an unconscious body, even while the guy with the face paint and the black tank top quote unquote tried to take him off of him, but I don't think he wanted to get too involved because He's probably scared, but like, come on, man. I don't know what the hell the referee was doing. Just really pathetic. But yeah, he lands 22 shots on the unconscious body, and he would have kept going in unless the guy with the pink braid stopped him. So that's essentially the situation. And then he flees the scene. Psycho Stu, unconscious, flatline, unconscious for 6 minutes. As of right now, reports are that he is awake. He's in bad shape though. He has broken bones, I think maybe a broken jaw, and he broken teeth which he swallowed while he was unconscious on the ground and choking on. That's the situation so far. They're definitely checking for brain bleeds, because he could still die from this in 2 weeks. There is a strong chance that he still dies from this, so prayers out to Psycho Stu. Did I say Psycho Steve the whole time? Whatever, I meant Psycho Stu. Prayers out to him. Regardless, majority of the MMA media has reacted appropriately, in my opinion. All calling him out. Disgusted, despicable actions from Roger Jackson. Rampage's reaction, I mean, whatever, man. It just, first question was, is he gonna get banned on kick? Way to show your fucking priorities, man. But what I really want to talk about today is Chael Sonnen. Because Chael Sonnen, I have never really taken his opinion for any validity. Chael Sonnen, if you know MMA, like, if you're a hardcore MMA fan, even if you're just like not as much of a hardcore, but if you know MMA, you know Chael Sonnen is known for horrible takes, horrible picks, yada yada yada, but he trolls a lot. He doesn't take shit seriously. This is despicable though. What he's doing here right now, and I'm going to show you, is clearly shill, spineless, snake behavior, and it needs to be called out, because regardless of the majority, Chael Sonnen is a prominent figure in MMA media, especially. He is an ESPN analyst for the UFC. He holds a prominent position and a prominent voice in the community. So when bad faith arguments and bad takes and untruthful retellings and accounts of events are told, like Chael Sonnen does here, it needs to be called out and it needs to be brought to light. The dishonesty and the disingenuous nature of how he portrays the incident that happened. And it honestly really makes me angry the way he portrayed this, because it makes the entire sport's attitude, it makes it look bad, bro. It makes all of the sport look bad. The incident makes the sport look bad. Chael Sonnen's take makes the attitude on it look horrible. And thankfully, the comment sections unanimously are calling him out. There are people who are defending Raja, but whatever. There's always going to be idiots online who defend this kind of behavior. But Chael Sonnen, let's just get right into it, okay?
Raja Jackson, Rampage's son. Now, let me just start out with a disclosure to you all that I know this young man, and I like him a lot. I don't just know him to be level-headed and calm. I know him to be quite polite. Now, I want to preface that because I don't think that will interfere with my ability to tell you what happened here, but this is...
We're going to see that that's just patently false. It is not true. It definitely affects his ability to retell this story accurately, and you're about to see.
This is a wildly complicated situation.
He attempted to murder him. I explained everything that happened in 5 minutes or less. I don't know, 6 minutes maybe. 12 minutes of mental gymnastics that we're going to get into. Yeah, I'm going to skip forward because we're not going to watch the whole thing. I don't want to get copyrighted, fucking whatever. Let's go to 145.
Raja then follows up with the right hand. Then he switches and follows up with the left hand. Now, these were hard shots. However, and again, I'm giving you my perception, but I watched this thing 20 times before I made this video.
20 times!
20 times I watched this video, guys. The bad guy's never on. The bad guy's never on.
But the first 2 shots seemed to not have any intention of malice in it or anything like that. Fuck off, man. That is just simply not true. And this guy claims, I watched the clip 20 times. Did you watch any of the clips leading up to it? Where the chat's clearly getting him angry. Where he's clearly premeditating this assault. This pathetic display of uncontrolled animalistic violence. Fucking pathetic, Chael.
To you guys. While they were very stiff shots, not what we would call a working shot, it did not appear that Raja had lost his temper.
And see, this is just how you know that Chael, even if you watch the videos, he's not making any logical sense in any matter, any way. None of this can be portrayed as an intelligent argument or a good faith argument. Either Chael has a brain made for a fucking chihuahua or some shit, like some dumb animal. Actually, chihuahuas are kind of intelligent. Either Chael is insanely stupid, or more likely, he's just covering up for a friend of a friend. You know, he's friends with Rampage, which is just snake-like behavior, and I would not put it past this fucking cunt. Let's go to 4:30 here. Next clip.
Appears as though this is where Psycho Stu meets him, and Psycho Stu takes a full can of beer and busts it open on the side.
Like I told you before, it's not a full can of beer. Go check the clip.
Raja's head. The other wrestlers, they don't jump in and pull him apart and break him apart. One of the other wrestlers is informing Stu, hey, this kid, Raja, he's not a worker.
That is true.
Meaning he is not a professional wrestler. He is not part of the show. He is not one of us. He's a dude that's back here and you just broke a bottle over his head. So
you see how that just changed? Broke a bottle. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Because he goes back to saying can. But he just shows you, man. This guy can never be honest, man.
Psycho Stu then, in yet another video, but all preceding the event.
Now get ready for this. This proves he's watched the other videos, to his own admission. Okay? Now listen to the details he leaves out when what he says. Psycho Stu explains, apparently.
Hey, we're always working. You know, this is always a work, whether we're trying to fool the audience or we're just trying to fool the boys in the back. You know, you and I have got an angle now. So the rest of the guys tell Raja, who was a little bit confused by this.
All right, let's go look at that exact clip to see an important part that Chael Sonnen left out.
I appreciate it.
I apologize, man. And then Raja says, I appreciate it. He apologizes to him. First thing in this video, by the way.
Oh, Chael Sonnen.
I guess didn't see this part. I thought you were a worker. He thought he was a worker because of the cameras and everything. Raja says, I get it.
We're working out.
So it's not even Psycho Stu that says, we'll get you to work with me on my mat. You know, it's not even Psycho Stu that says it. Not even the biggest detail, but the way Chael is framing this, good God, man.
I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're always working.
So Raja's saying, I get it now. I understand. He accepts the apology that Chael left out, obviously, because it makes whatever. Fuck. It's really hard not to get angry at this. I'm not gonna lie, guys, because I never liked Chael, but I always thought he had some funny, witty comebacks and some great trash talk. This is just pure snake-like evil that I see on my fucking screen right now.
Really blow up or react. The guys told him, hey, look, get even with him in the ring.
Oh my God, this part.
Now, that is wildly open to interpretation what that means.
Can we take a moment to acknowledge what he just said there? Get even with him in the ring.
That is wildly open to interpretation of what that means.
Okay. So according to Chael Sonnen, it could mean get even with him, smash an empty beer can on him, take him down, land a few shots maybe. Or you have the right to kill him. Oh. Just to even present this as a possibility, because I think later on in the video he says they didn't mean, oh, I actually heard him, but to even present this as open to interpretation, what the fuck are you talking about? What in God's given earth has made you present this as a potential factor in this situation?
But it made a level of sense to Raja, who agrees. I'm not going to do anything to him. And as a matter of fact, this whole can busting thing and the rage that I would have felt from that, or the embarrassment or the anger, is actually long past.
All right, let's go to 8:05 now. There's only a few more clips.
Like that, but you have a police department that is in possession of this information and has not done an arrest. Why?
Oh, here we go, man.
If Stu comes out and says this was all part of the spot,
you guys know where he's going with this, right? Let's keep fucking going.
If he just says those words, no matter how much you're reworking reality and history, if he says those words, the police then look.
I don't understand how this can even be. I genuinely think Chael Sonnen is trying to speak something into existence. How would the police look bad with that evidence of attempted murder? Even if Psycho Stu, in this make-believe fairy tale world that Chael Sonnen is making, even if Psycho Stu says, oh, it's all part of the act, it's all part of the work. Facts don't care about the fucking actual... Oh, bro. Sorry. Facts don't care about the way that some people are going to portray a certain incident. What happened, happened. And this is not going to be just a civil lawsuit. It's not going to be a civil case. This is a criminal case. Regardless if Psycho Stu wants to lawsuit him or whatever, this is a criminal case, man. He's going to fucking prison. And he deserves every single year they give him. I'm telling you guys, this portrayal of the incident by Chael, what the fuck is he doing, man? He's playing his own Vince McMahon and trying to write a storyline for this.
If Stu doesn't say those words and say, hey, this was not scripted, as a matter of fact, he's even given a confession. He's saying that he's doing this for retribution for something else that I did. You have a legal right to defend yourself. That's true. But
this might be the worst part coming up. This might be the worst part coming up.
Defense and vengeance. And one of them is instantaneous, and one of them is
He's right here.
So the police are in possession of a video which is highly against the law.
Unless what?
Stu comes out as a performer and says this was agreed upon. And you have no idea how far Stu would take that. Stu is clearly unconscious. In real life,
Need I say more? Need I really say more? We're going to get to 940 because that's where it just gets absolutely astronomically just... Fuck Chael Sonnen.
He's unconscious, but is he going to come out and say that? Or is he going to stick to kayfabe and stick to the character and say, no, the whole script was I let him spin me in one day, I come down, I act like I'm unconscious. All we did is follow the script. And Stu hasn't spoke yet.
I wonder why, huh? I wonder fucking why he hasn't spoke.
If Stu was to come out, it would effectively end his time in professional wrestling.
What in the actual fuck are you saying right now? This to me, and to most people, I've read the comments, sounds like Chael Sonnen is sneakily, I don't even know, threatening that Psycho Stu's wrestling career will be over if he presses charges for almost being killed. Are you listening to this right now? Did you hear the words this man said? Let's run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back.
Come out, it would effectively end his time in professional wrestling.
Oh, wow! What a great take by Chael Sonnen. I listen to Chael Sonnen for all my great UFC takes. He knows everything.
Listen, Chael Sonnen has the most memed comment section ever. Even when he gets picks completely wrong, when he's completely wrong on topics, when he's just clearly lying about shit, the comment section is still memeing. Look at this. Every single one comment here is telling him how they really fucking feel. Is that we're tired of this fucking bullshit. Fuck you, Chael Sonnen, for even trying to spin this in a way where Roger Jackson's innocent. Or that is spin it in a way where Psycho Stu has to say it was all staged, or else he loses his fucking wrestling career. He might lose his life still, man. This just shows snake fucking behavior, no apparent regard for human life. And I would not, it's really disappointing seeing a former fighter think this way. Someone who's gone into the ring, had his consciousness separated from him, has separated other people from their consciousness. And then the last clip, we're going to go to 11:10. I forget what this one is, but we're about to find out.
The guy doesn't have the money, you're not going to get the money. I'm just sharing with you, this is an actually fascinating situation. And I don't like that Raja did it.
However, what, Joe?
If Raja is saying he did it in retribution to the Beard King, because that's how the boys told him to settle it, and Stu goes along with it, you will truly have a kayfabe moment where these guys could build. These are indie scene guys. This isn't getting picked up by Triple H. But on the indie scene, you now have the makings of a good angle.
True snake behavior, trying to spin this into a potential narrative. This guy's not even fucking associated with Knox Pro, and he's trying to spin this. Oh, you could have a new wrestling storyline with this. I'm done with Chael Sonnen, and after seeing this video, you should be as well. I don't listen. He's never really had any legitimacy in any UFC takes, even if he's been a UFC fighter, because he has the worst takes ever. This, however, on the other hand, this is too far in my opinion, and he deserves all the fucking hate he gets for this. Roger Jackson deserves to go to prison. If you haven't seen the videos about Roger Jackson yet, I'm going to leave a link to a few of them in the video. ITP MMA covered it really well. MMA Guru covered it and went into a full breakdown dive of everything leading up to it as well. If you want the full coverage, I recommend that video. If you want a broad video on it, it's not too long, Moist Critical or ITP MMA, they've got good videos. I'll link all three of them down in the description below. Fuck Chael Sonnen. I've lost any small, little, teensy-eeny-bitty respect that I had for him after this video. And you should too. Listen, I don't want to tell people how to feel about people or how to act, but how can you approve of this? This is disgusting. It makes all of MMA look like fucking garbage. Shout out to Kevin Lee. Shout out to Derek Brunson. Shout out to Ryan Garcia. Shout out to every person associated in combat sports that's calling out this disgusting behavior for what it is. Listen, Kevin Lee. Sorry, man. Kevin Lee's having the normal take about this, man. And because I see some people, and I'll end after this, I see some people saying Raja was wobbled in sparring days before, Maybe that associated to like him losing it. Kevin Lee was fully knocked out by a flying knee in sparring, was clearly angry about it and showed it on Twitter, but he never went to this extent to get payback. Cause guess what? Kevin Lee knows the importance of a human life and knows the discipline and wisdom that comes into MMA. And clearly Roger Jackson has not been taught that, I guess, by Rampage. Clearly Roger Jackson does not know the self-restraint and the strength that it takes to be stoic. Clearly he knows nothing about that. He's not ready to be an MMA fighter. He should be the last person to become an MMA fighter. When you have anger issues that severe and you have no restraint, that you almost kill someone, you deserve to go to jail. And Chael Sonnen deserves all the fucking hate comments that he's getting right now, because he's a fucking snake. He's not fucking human. This guy's a Mark Zuckerberg of I guess Mark Zuckerberg does BJJ. This guy is a fucking reptile. No human would ever make this fucking take, bro. Unless he's been paid for, in which case, bro, it's still a fucking reptile. Fuck him, fuck Chael Sonnen, fuck Raja. That's all I have to say. I'm fucking pissed off about this situation, man, and how it makes MMA look as a general really bad. Chael Sonnen, fuck you. You're fucking hideous imitation of a human. Fuck you.